Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tuesday Nightcap Delight edition of the Nightcast, hosted by yours truly, mouthing off with Mike. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight I've got two very, very special guests to me. They are the hosts of the Black Masses and Constellations podcast. I've got the president of the Charlie Dempsey fan club, Taurean, and I've got my main girl. She's got the name of one of my favorite pastas. I've got the Tortellini here in the building. How are we doing tonight, ladies? Tell the people about yourselves, please.
You first.
Wow, that's embarrassing. I was muted. Hello, friends. I am Tortellini. I am one half of the Black Masses and Constellations podcast. What qualifies me to do this is that I'm a professional shit talker that loves professional wrestling.
Let's go.
My name is Taurean LP to some people. What qualifies me to talk about this is because I don't know. I'm a real big lover of the graps, the haps, the everything. So we're here.
Graps, haps, and yaps.
The graps, haps, and yaps. And listen, if you're mouthing off with Mike Maniac, then you know about Tortellini. Fortunately, we lost Taurean in the Money in the Bank predictions video a couple weeks ago. But you know Tortellini, if you're familiar with mouthing off with Mike, and you know that she likes to yap about the graps. And that's what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kayfabe Keith in the building. Love me some Kayfabe Keith. Let's go. NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start things off tonight with a little bit of breaking news that happened earlier this afternoon. Tortellini and Taurean.
Aussie.
We've got ourselves a new Australian headed to WWE. Fightful report that Delta has signed, and by Tortellini's reaction, I can tell she's excited. So we'll let her tell people what her thoughts are on this signing. Go ahead, start us off.
Oh boy. All right. I am not gonna lie, I am new to Delta and her universe. However, I am so excited that something good has happened out of the WWE tryouts in Australia, because there was a lot of rumbling about it and it was kind of quiet, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But this Delta, yeah, Rhea Ripley goes up for her, so therefore we go up for Delta in this household. But she's had some nasty matches, especially with Jordan Grace when she went down there. So I am very excited. Also, I'm pretty sure she's the only female wrestler I've seen hit an F5. So excuse me, the F5 to spear combo. Excuse me.
Get specific.
Let me put some respect on her moveset.
The F5 to spear combo. Torn, how are we feeling about this signing?
So I, like my tag team partner and co-host, do not know much about Delta, but let me just start by saying Delta liked my tweet about Delta. So we are already fans in this household. I love the strong, like the big girls are about to put on 2024, 2025. It's all about the Deltas, the Stephanie Vickers, the Julias. It's about to get like Rhea Ripley's competition. They're getting ready.
2025 is the year of the powerhouse.
I like it. And you know, when we look at this, I am right here with Black Masses and Constellations. I'm not entirely too familiar with Delta, but ladies and gentlemen, I know one thing about wrestling podcasters, wrestling fans. When something like this happens, they get to know them real quick. So I'm excited to see when she debuts here in NXT. I know Rhea Ripley, like Tortellini said, she might have some competition here. Torrin said it as well. I think, we might have ourselves the next, and it's hard to say, next, but you might have a wrestler that's very similar to Rhea Ripley. Let's get into NXT tonight because whoop that Trick Williams kicks off NXT tonight. And he wants his title back, guys. What do we think here?
I just need to preface this by saying, Trick Williams, ain't nobody tell you that you need to close the car door. You were just gonna leave it.
What are you doing?
First of all, he comes up to NXT in the parking lot, just strolling through the parking lot. Red flag number 1. 2, he walks out of the Mercedes, all black, tinted windows, shirtless, leaves the door, and just walks into the building. Sir, can we shut the door?
I mean,
we ain't got time. We do not have time to shut.
We don't have time. Right? He's got shit to handle in the ring. My bad.
My bad, big dog.
My bad.
And when you gotta handle things, you gotta just gotta leave the car door wide open. I know, like when I'm in a rush, leaving Target, I just leave my car door wide open. Just in case the local
slow down there, big dog. Not in the Target parking lot. Hold on. Have some decorum.
Please. Standards.
Only allowed in the NXT parking lot because anything goes in the NXT parking lot. Apparently, Trick wants his title back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's gonna get it. Trick can't wrestle and can't close doors. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the host of Opinionated. There he is, Nick Ram, the one who makes him say, "Oh damn!" Torrin, the PTSD kicked in a little bit. Listen, he's done me dirty on Opinionated myself, so I know.
I had to make sure that was who it was. I said, "Let me make sure." Trick Williams, what did he say? He can't wrestle and he can't close doors. Why would you be blasphemous on a Tuesday night where Jonathan cooked?
Right.
Jonathan
served a 7-course dinner plus.
We're not even there yet. Let the man host the show.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to host it tonight. I'm cool with this. A little Black Masses takeover. Sign me up. Listen, a good opening segment of NXT. I think we're all pretty much in agreement here. Trick, we got to get some fire back onto Trick. I feel like, after losing a title, he kind of lost his way. So good to see that he's calling people out, and especially HBK too. He went up to Chef Michaels and told him, listen, I want my shot. I want to take on Cedric Alexander. And that's what he did later tonight. But first, 2 former brothers, now bitter enemies, and also someone who might have belonged in a padded room at some point. You got Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, no DQ match. Guys, this kind of cooked for me for the opening match of NXT. Thoughts? Opinions?
I'll start by saying I got home late, but that's in my character, so I'll let my...
I will say this match was good.
Okay.
I personally, I don't know what it is for me to where Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen need to win me over, but I was just like, okay.
Okay.
I mean, Josh Briggs took some nasty bumps. Did you see his back after?
Oh, back looked absolutely disgusting, man.
It was good.
Oh, it was good. I definitely, if you didn't catch that one,
it was
100% go back.
Brooks did not waste time. I will give him that. There was no time wasted. I don't even think the bell rung before he started scrapping.
He said, y'all been talking about me for too long, far too long.
Yep.
He came out, attacked him. Came out, attacked him before the match, and then at the end of the match, Sean Spears showed up.
Yeah.
And gave him the approval
to
smash this man with the steel chair.
Not Dr. Draken.
No, you really, Dr. Draken,
bro.
Really?
He's up to no good. He's so diabolical.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be my favorite edition of the Nightcap. We got a Dr. Draken drop here by Taurean. Please, these two are hilarious. So make sure you check out their podcast, Black Masses and Constellations. Please. So it sounds like Taurean, not a fan of Sean Spears. Man's diabolical.
No, I
like him. But
Yeah.
but Doctor
No, there's
Draken.
something about Sean Spears. I wasn't sure at first, but there is some. I don't know what it is.
It's a little
it
twinkle,
might
like-
be the church suits. I don't know what it is, but I kind of like him. I also like that he comes prepared with his own steel chair. I mean,
Prop
You gotta respect
utilization.
that.
Prop utilization.
Okay, I like it. I respect that. I mean, I definitely respect that he goes out of his way to spray paint his chair a different color so his chair
that
stands
white
out
chair
from-
is going to be seen.
Oh, that's an Easter egg. Didn't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Charlotte-
he's always got a white chair instead of like the casual, classic black steel chair.
White chairs got to match the church suits.
You stop. Anyway.
So in a battle of church suits, who's winning, Sean Spears or Cody Rhodes?
Okay, see, wait a minute. Now we're talking about.
Now we're going from church
You're
suits
gonna
to
get us
pastor suits.
defunded. You are gonna get us defunded. Stop
You're
it.
gonna get us
It's not the
defunded.
time.
First of all, Pastor Cody Rhodes is like head of the church, right? Like that's the head of the church suit. Sean is like youth pastor.
Yup. Yup. That's a glory gang leader if I ever seen one. That is a glory gang leader.
I'm tapping, dude. All right, listen. Speak.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I tears, real tears. Cry me a river. Real tears.
Bro, this
Oh
is
my
literally us
God.
every time we record. We can't do shit because we're laughing,
Oh my
There's like 3 hours of raw audio. Half of it
just cackling.
See, listen, I'm telling you guys, go listen to their podcast. This is what you can get. This is exactly the entertainment that you're gonna get.
Well,
had
we actually know
Lexus
the names
King-
of the moves too, guys. We know what we're looking at. Kind of.
Unless it's Sol Ruka making shit up.
Yeah,
Or Chad Gable just getting into that bag of tricks that he has.
From the NXT gals making up moves to just the in general athleticism of NXT, man, it is something special.
It is unfair.
The Olympics are on their way.
You're not wrong.
You're
You're
not
not wrong. You're not wrong.
They start-
If they got breakdancing, we can add pro wrestling. You know what I'm saying? If we got breakdancing.
Where did we leave off? Your favorite, Lexus King.
Lexus King lost to Eddie Thorpe tonight. After the match, he attacked Eddie Thorpe. Once again, does not look like these two are over. I actually asked the founder of Four Sides of the Ring last week on NXT Nightcap, what's going on? Shawn Michaels cooks up everything, and he's been cooking up nothing but 5-star meals. We said it, but something with Lexus King, it's not cooking.
Did we just talk about
We did.
Because I said that when he had his match with Dante Chen, him hitting the coronation with his little scepter, oh my God, that shit ate. And I was like, he needs to do, I'm not saying he needs to do it all the time, but I think that would give his finisher just a little razzle dazzle. Because I think for me, if I'm assuming he's supposed to be a heel, the beard is diabolical as it is. So I'm off in saying that he's a heel, right? The heel does not have a heel finisher. That makes sense. Like,
yes, that makes a
him-
lot of sense.
him using the scepter just adds that little extra.
I know what it is. He needs something like how William Regal, like he's known for using the brass knuckles to kind of get the win. So Lexus King needs to, he can't sneak a whole scepter in the ring, but he needs to figure it out.
I mean, he could stash it like Drew McIntyre stashes Angela on the outside of the ring.
We can workshop it.
It can be workshopped.
But I'm just saying, like that series of matches, like she said with Dante Chen, they snuck Lexus King on us.
They did.
They know we like Dante Chen, and those were some good ass matches. And I was surprised that I liked the one that he won too. So we'll figure that out, but he needs to figure it out quicker.
I think he
Listen,
just
we're
needs.
workshopping. Oh, go ahead, please.
Yeah, he just needs a real heel finisher, I guess. I think
We
that's
need
just
to bring submission finishers back. I don't know what everyone's doing. Like, where are y'all at? What did y'all watch growing up?
I Taurean, you're bringing up some really valid talking points here. I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. We're workshopping some things here. You said put it on the side like Angela. How about like the collapsible? Like that viral TikTok that little scepter thing that they used
You can
to. You just like pop it and it just goes like
Don't
that.
you put that into the atmosphere. Don't tell nobody else about that.
Well, we're live, friend. It's out now.
It's all right. The people at home, they're probably half asleep. We're lulling them to sleep, but that's okay because you get the nice, smooth, crispy voices here of Black Masses and Constellation and mouthing off with Mike to lull you to sleep. Someone who got lulled to sleep here tonight was Ashanti, the Adonis, when he got put out by Onsite Oro. Guys, I'm not happy. Me and Tortellini got into this before we went live. Was not happy with Ashanti and, spoiler, Cedric losing in their returns to NXT.
You know what? I agree with you, but it was a good match. Like a good match for Cedric. I can't remember the last time Cedric got a match that long. Or not.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Lord. Not Cedric. We're talking about Ashanti. I know
we're talking about Ashanti.
And I know Ashanti. See, Jesus, look what y'all done did. I know both of them have not had matches that long.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them deserve those matches, but one of them should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was kind of that. Oh no, that's my point for the next one. But I just.
One of them
Ashanti should have won. I know, like we said, Mike, Oro can't lose given his current storyline. He can, but let's not.
Which, might I add, has revved up because it could have like chilled a little bit more, and then one of like Ashanti could have gotten the win, but it looks like his story has picked up lately.
I'm sorry, but what popped me during the match was Ashanti sitting on top of the rope. He's just like me, for real, looking at Lash and Jakar and going.
Yeah. And then backstage, with the little camera fourth wall break.
Who took his braid out to make him look like he got roughed up so he could get some sympathy from the ladies? Who did this?
He ate that part. He ate that scene. He did that. Who did that?
I'm not a fan of how either of these matches ended up, but I will say, Jonathan Michaels, thank you for giving them this time because they cooked more in this 2 hours than I think we have seen in their entirety.
In totality,
really.
Jonathan, like
give or take hot, right? Give or take hot moments, obviously, but
yeah,
in the longevity of it all, thank you, Sean.
Like literally, like we know Ashanti has been putting in work with Natty. Shout out to the Dungeon and them. So I've been literally clamoring. Let me see what he has learned. And he, I see he paid attention.
No, absolutely. And kind of extend that point with you. BFAB, another one, training in the Dungeon. She's doing the Street Profits valet work right now. Get her down in NXT,
I'm ready
man.
to see
what are we doing?
I'm tired.
That's what I'm saying.
Hunter, I will come find you.
We will finish this conversation on the Black Masses and Constellation pod for sure.
Stay tuned, folks.
There you go. Stay tuned. Martin, his character work was great. Yes, 100%. Ashanti knocked it out of the park. Home run, grand slam, whatever you want to call it. Character work,
he's
flawless.
Gorgeous.
He plays that. Gorgeous. He plays that perfectly. That role of like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm hurt. Come on over, ice me.
Is it Ashanti the Adonis or is it Ashanti Adonis? I noticed
they added the back this week. They cut the last week. Now the is back. And I think if I remember correctly too, is Ashanti had 2 E's to start, and then the had just 1 E, but now it's the with 2 E's.
I've always typed out 2 E's because Meg.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Listen, I know Taurean's excited to get into this one because it involves her guy, her number one in NXT. Charlie Dempsey helps Ren Sinclair, the only witness to the heinous murder that took place on NXT of Damon Kemp. Gets a win here against Carly Bright. Taurean, come on. Tell the people about Charlie Dempsey for us, please.
Only Jesus, Lord, because we're live, I'm going to say nice things about this. So it starts off with us having a backstage segment with the family and the no quarters and the catch crew. Apparently somebody sent my man, Charlie Dempsey, a letter or whatever with some secret message, but he wants to know who did it, and I just refuse to talk. Like, anyway, so it leads to Ren Sinclair. Apparently, she saw what happened in the last week or two.
She did.
She did.
And she just thinks that she can blackmail the boy from Blackpool about. I want to know why she thought she could put hands on my man, though. And bully him. Her name not Lash.
Oh.
So anyway, she basically said, I better win my match. And I'm like, who is you? You know what? Decorum. Anyway, she said that she better win, and she insinuates that the No Quarters and the Catch crew better help her win. I also, did Tony D'Angelo kind of say, take care of that?
Tony D'Angelo has been telling Charlie Dempsey that this is his problem. As soon as Tony found out that it was a woman, he said, oh, no.
We don't do that here.
We do not do that in this house.
Okay, so I guess I'm too vulgar. Never mind. I thought we could whack her and just, never mind. Anyway, so I'm sorry if I'm just trying to get through this, but Carly Bryce. Did you have thoughts, friend?
She's cute.
Right.
Also, sorry. I don't want to give the denim dork too much, right?
I'm giving her nothing.
But she ate the segment up. I ain't gonna lie.
That gear, it's enough.
The gear, she heard
that one little
She heard
thing.
the internet calling her a default call and said, hold my beer, and went and got herself some new gear. I did not mean to rhyme like that.
I might be in the subsection here, the minority, but I kind of messed around when Ren Sinclair was rocking the long leg and the short leg. I thought that was sick. I don't know. I'm corny. What can I say?
I won't disrespect you on your show.
I don't have fashion sense. Obviously,
we all have choices.
All I wear is wrestling shirts and Eagles merch. So like, what I'm not the fashion police, unfortunately.
Thank you for saying wrestling shirts. Before we get into this match, make sure to use my WWE shopaffiliate.com link to purchase that new Chase University shirt. It is my pinned tweet.
Folks, you heard her.
Merch.
Get yourself some merch with the WWE Shop affiliate link. You got options now.
I forgot. Support you too, friends. Support you.
No. Support you guys. That's why you're on the show. We gotta give some airtime to Black Masses and Constellations because you guys are the newest kids on the block, and I'm thoroughly entertained. So I think the people would be entertained as well. Beautiful plug. Kayfabe Keith gives you a 10 out of 10 on the plug there. So
I love
you got
that.
his approval.
Thank you. So Carly Wright, who is accompanied by Kendall Gray.
Yes.
Both are new kids on the block, and this match is going to be against Ren Sinclair, the snitch.
She didn't tell nobody.
Well, she pretended to tattle. She did pretend to tattle.
And that's as good as tattling, I feel. Anyway, so the family is at ringside. Bright wants to impress Ava, but the girl who shall remain nameless, she wants to impress my man, Charlie Dempsey. Do y'all have thoughts on this match? Because I have none.
Oh my goodness. The savage. We're in the savage hour here.
I think talent-wise, I think this was a good match for both of them. It did look a little bit clunky at times, but it's NXT, right? Like we're developing, we're learning, we're growing. It was a decent match for both of them. But my favorite part was when Carly Gray basically suplexed Big Baby Randy Orton.
I was just gonna bring that up. Kendall Gray hitting him with a little hip toss action was the most memorable part of that match.
It was. And I just have a question for Charlie Dempsey, babe.
What about him?
You held Ren's back so she got the pin, and then you look pissed off.
That's just his face, right?
So why did you help her win? But
he's not built for the streets. He doesn't want anybody to snitch, but he doesn't want her around. But I can respect not wanting to go to jail. So
yeah.
We'll talk about it later. I told Noam to give him my number, but we'll talk about it later, me and him. I told Jonathan he had a fortnight to fix this.
She did say that. Can confirm.
We're a week in.
Can confirm.
One.
Not the fortnight. Oh,
Fortnite. It is now Tuesday.
Listen, we touched about it a little bit here. Trick Williams, whoop that trick. defeated Cedric Alexander. Great showing here from Cedric, a great match. I know Knit Roms in the comments are already furiously typing that, Cedric carried Trick in this match. But I thought they both did a great job here tonight. Trick Williams gets a win, still in the department of one of them should have got a win, but for so be it. We can't have Trick. Oh, here we go. There it is.
Ooh,
Trick Williams can't lead a match, and in this match, he showed he's not ready. Looked sloppy this time around. He needs a superstar to make him look decent, which is why Pete Dunne is the answer for him. Oh, well, let's get into that then, guys. Now, why Pete Dunne? Why?
Now, don't fight me, because I know how you girls like to tussle. I have been saying that we need to have a conversation about Trick Williams, right? I don't know where his fire in the ring went, but it's been missing for a few weeks now. I don't know if that went with the title or a little bit before that, but Mello had a point when he told Trick that everybody's going to love you when you have the title, but where are they when you lose it? Who are you when you don't have the title?
I personally, this is...
And
oh, I'm sorry.
I will have to agree. I do think that Mr. Cedric carried this match. It looked a little clunky at times. I don't really know how to justify that, honestly. It looked a little clunky. I think it could have I think a good 5-7 minute match would have been fine. I don't know really how long this went, but it just went a little too long for me.
Yeah, I could see that point. Nitram, because Pete can wrestle, that's why. Yeah, man, why Pete, why? He's answering the question. Why Pete Dunne, why? So it looks like Pete Dunne's coming after Trick, probably coming after maybe the NXT Championship at some point. What are you thinking here? You think
we support Pete Dunne, Big Pete?
He does absolutely nothing wrong. No, nothing.
He deserves. We support him. Now, what he has to do to get to where he needs to be, that's not up to me. I can't.
Oh, that's not my business.
No one can.
I respect. That's not the agenda here. We're not worried about that. Pete Dunne, let him cook.
Whatever they're cooking up between Pete and Trick is going to be exactly what Trick Williams needs. Because Pete Dunne saying, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. It's going to frustrate Trick to the point that he actually figures it out and that fire comes back. Thank you, Pete Dunne.
Cook. Give her a pen. Give her the pen.
But also inside of this, we're getting the transformation of Pete Dunne fully. The fact that he has to go back to NXT.
Yeah, big bruiserweights coming home, baby.
He had literally, we haven't really gotten into it on our podcast, but we talked about it. Just those NXT UK people, they've done a lot in NXT UK, and not a lot of people that watch this NXT know that. And that's just, it's not disrespectful. It's just, y'all need to remind them people who y'all are, bro.
And we're getting that.
Where they need to be, period.
Slowly.
Absolutely. I think NXT UK was a massive success in the sense of the talent that they were able to bring over, right? Alba, Isla, Gunther, Ilya. Let's see.
Noam
Dar, Charlie Dempsey.
Oro Mensah, I believe.
Mensah.
Oliver Carter.
A-Kid, Axiom. Nathan Frazier. Pretty Deadly. Yes, boy. So NXT UK, if you guys didn't watch it back in the day, I highly recommend hit up Peacock, go get on the cock and watch some NXT UK.
Funny story, I got into NXT right around when
Tyler Bate, another one, big strong boy.
Rest up, babe.
We will see you soon, baby. We will see you soon.
Shout out to the Chase U shirt. Make sure you use Torrin's link in the bio, ZWC.
We will plug our socials at the end, guys, but my pinned tweet will have the link that you need. Thank you.
Check it.
There it is. Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson defeat Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic.
Hello!
And that's the right reaction. I'm excited here, guys. We got Lash Legend Jakar Jackson challenging Alba and Isla to the NXT the women's tag team titles.
Can I start?
Oh, please take it away. Get in.
Where was I when y'all made this match? Because I this was me when the match started. I said,
so it happened because the girlies were, rightfully so, watching Stephanie Vaquer's film, and they were like, oh my God, do you think that when she comes to NXT, she's going to be a rookie like us? And then they started talking about Alba and Isla and how, they haven't really defended the tag titles yet. And, they can be defended anywhere. And then boom, Jakar and Lash. And then Carmen's like, no offense, but do y'all even, when was the last time y'all won together?
Yeah.
And Lash said, oh, hell no. We'll see you in the ring.
Like, okay, bet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I still don't know how I feel about Carmen Petrovich.
Oh, okay. Interesting
and
topic.
That's why she's in this match.
I'm growing. She's growing on me. I do like her. I do think that. I think I discussed this. I forgot who I talked about this with, man. Maybe it was Four Sides or somebody, but I'm not a fan of when they just randomly give like the wrestlers weapons to carry. Like if they're going to carry a sword, like Drew McIntyre, I've said this many a time. If Drew McIntyre is carrying a sword, you should be stabbing people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
I'm glad you bring that up. Someone asked if she uses her opponent. Is it a DQ?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a disqualification from life. I think you're just you're going 25 to life on that one.
I was like, how do I politely say that is a DQ from life?
So the
got eliminated from the Royal Rumble of life.
Oh my God. The streets like Carmen
Petrovich. The elimination chamber.
Yeah.
Stabby time.
The streets
she
like
needs
Carmen
to slice
Petrovich.
someone's hair.
Listen, because I said that. Never mind, I have an agenda. We will talk about it later.
Oh my goodness, the agendas are flowing here.
I cannot tell you my plans, but just
either way, the streets are okay with Carmen Petrovich, but she needs something or somebody to take her to the next level.
Yeah, I think that's what
not in the ring, but just something, some pairing, some story, something.
I think that's what they tried to do with Natty, because I definitely was paying attention when she was paired with
we
Natty.
We were okay with that. That could have been cute, but it's
yeah, I'm so shocked. We know Natty re-signed. Like, well, how come Natty's not back in the mix here with Carmen? Because that's her,
on vacation.
Let her take her vacation, but she might spin the block and come back for Carmen.
Spin the block when the
time is right.
Listen, if Delta, Julia, and Stephanie all need the Natty rub. I'm just saying.
They all need.
I'm just saying, one does not simply become a women's professional wrestler without going through the literal ring of Natty.
Since we are on the subject, somebody said, get Scarlett in the ring. I found a GIF and it said, do you want to do a
dungeon? Listen, I've talked about this many a times on Mouthing Off with Mike. I've said it a couple times on the Nightcap. Without Natty and the dungeon, we'd have to have a serious discussion about some of your favorite male and female wrestlers, because people want to say, "Oh, she trains the female, only the female." Nah.
Angelo Dawkins,
male wrestler, Angelo Dawkins, a direct product of the dungeon. Massive improvement in the ring from what I've been seeing the last few times. So
Natty has
a dungeon,
picture, baby. She knows
Natty has the keys, man. Natty has the keys.
She's got the keys. You know who also has the keys to NXT and the Kingdom, ladies? It is Joe Hendry. He got the WWE video package treatment. They threw in all the reactions, all the streamers. And in case you were wondering, yes, indeed, Joe Hendry next week will be live in concert at the NXT Great American Bash. Do you believe? I put Taurean to sleep. She does not believe.
He has shooters, so I can't speak or else they'll get me out of here.
Somebody on my timeline, when I find it, I will be so happy. But somebody said Joe Hendry is what WWE basically wanted Elias to be.
And they're correct.
And I'm like, you are correct. Because I'm not going to hold you. I had no idea who that man was about 6 weeks ago.
Who he was another person that Mr. AJ Francis put on the map. Shout out that guy.
Top dollar, holla.
Out
dollar. NXT forever.
We actually got a hit row reference tonight. Trick Williams tried to use that as a dig towards Ashanti and Ashanti tonight, which I was like, damn. And even AJ Francis took Twitter and was like, how come my name's always in your guys' mouth?
They just won't stop talking until he just pulls up.
He gonna pull up.
Because
he's gonna have to pull up
with Joe Hendry. And that's kind of when Joe Hendry started getting in the mix on that side of TNA, I think.
I found Joe Hendry, and I'm not trying to sound like the Mr. Hipster. Oh, I found him. I didn't know about Joe Hendry. I found Joe Hendry like about a year or two ago when he did the Edges Bitch video. If you haven't seen the Edges Bitch, it's a video towards Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, and it's "You'll always be Edges Bitch," top tier. That is what put him on the map for me, and I've slowly kind of watched him climb from obscurity to just being on TNA to being a viral song, a sound on TikTok to being the NXT's darling now. So it's been a long time coming for him.
Like, I'm not one to deny anybody's star power because that motherfucker is everywhere.
He is everywhere. People know about him.
No,
that video package was better than anyone. Yeah.
Yep.
It really was. And they highlighted all aspects of his career from the beginning to now. That video package was just, tell me you're going to sign when your contract is up without saying it.
And you know what? It was necessary because without him talking as much, you don't know that he's from where he's from.
That's true. I had no idea.
True.
I don't hear it in the song.
Well,
it's its own thing. He's become his own thing. And I don't think, I think Matt Cardona, AJ Francis, Joe Hendry. I think those are those guys where it's like they went out there and they made a name for themselves. Cardona, Francis on the indies,
the boundary,
and they pushed the boundary. Exact. Tortellini.
Shout out to those guys.
Way to put it. Seriously, shout out. I enjoy it. I do believe, but I'm worried. I do worry sometimes that they're going to oversaturate him in NXT, and they will eventually do the thing that WWE fans do, and it's like, oh, I'm fickle. No, you know what I mean?
So when someone on the timeline hinted that he would be on the show tonight, and I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
I think that he's rising like too quick in NXT for me.
I don't like why I'm not saying I don't even like him, but just why is he always over here? Like, let him just be a casual, like the signs pop up.
Why don't he ever be at his own house? That's basically what you just said.
There's nothing going on over there.
Hey, when they're taping them tapings like 2-3 weeks in advance, that he's got a little time on the side,
You do.
I like seeing a random Joe Hendry sign in the crowd. I like it when he pops up at the end like a Marvel movie. But bro, what are you pulling up to commentary for? What do you
they say his name?
They say his name and he appears.
They say his name and he appears. That's the gimmick they're running with.
You don't go to school here. You don't know these guys.
He doesn't even go here.
Like, y'all
that's what I was thinking about. She said, I started blasting. So anyways, I started blasting. Well, speaking of some more TNA.
I thought it was a wiggle. Greg.
Nah. The people are they might come for you for that one, but that is top tier, dude. She called him a wiggle. I'm clipping it. It's going on social media. You guys are it's over. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Listen, speaking of TNA, do it. All right, bet I will. Speaking of TNA, guys, we got the Rascals back in the building here. They had what I would call I would say this was like the Power Rangers. This was like Power Rangers versus the Justice League, the Rascals and these boys. Axia Frazier and Javon. That boy's bouncy. Yes, he is. They went crazy.
1990s Power Rangers versus like mid 2000s Power Rangers.
Here's this one for Taurean.
Fruit salad. Joe Hendry.
On a prior episode of one of our podcasts, we mentioned, I think my partner mentioned, we want them to play to Axiom and Nathan Frazier's speed. And what did they do? They played.
I mean,
they played
that and then some.
They came out hot with the gear coordinated down to the red, orange, yellow, bright green, all green for the Rascals. Beautiful. Oh, all you see is a flurry of just summertime.
It's just color. It's just
like
a flurry of
high octane velocity. It was cool. It was.
It's
nice.
a flurry of color and hair. Just
honestly, it's a flurry of the flow and just colors. That's
shout out to Mr. Wentz with the fresh dye job. He didn't have to do that, but he did.
Oh no, that blue was beautiful. I saw that.
It was dripping. It was good. It was good.
What do you think? You think I could pull it off? I could do the blue, maybe blue hair, blue beard, No.
Because no one else had on like blue like that. They all had on the green. He had the little extra drip of blue.
Maybe purple.
That was for us.
Okay. I like it. Tortellini. That was for us. All right. I like it. Listen, this match, high octane. I felt like I needed to have a cigarette right after because I was.
I needed an inhaler.
I needed. Girl, you would have just called the hospital. Have the AED on standby. Thank you.
Like Tortellini was like, oh no, I get noise complaints. Me too. I said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. They were.
Listen, I'm still waiting for a noise violation to show up on my door.
And
don't worry about it. Martin says it's gonna hurt when TNA invades and they attack West.
Why would you say?
Who's it?
You guys think a TNA invasion angle is potential here? The portal's open, right? So could we see that maybe TNA gets a little, mad that certain people are getting spotlight and maybe they're not, and they kind of pop up to the PC?
Yeah, and guess who's going to spearhead it?
Well, I have a small agenda.
Let's hear it. Who's spearheading it, Taurean? And let's get to Tortellini's agenda.
A man that I will not shout out in any way, shape, or form, but probably spearheaded by the current TNA champion. Forever,
we'll leave it at that.
But the forever sixth man in WWE, now he's the champion in TNA. It would just be funny if he came over to lead the charge. I couldn't get. He was NXT champion too, so recently, fuck.
If they play their cards right, Triple H, Sean, and then everybody back there. If you hear this idea and you like it, just give me a call. We can talk compensation.
We can talk.
Let's keep the prohibited portal. Excuse me. Let's keep that cracked to War Games. Bring back Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and then throw in another one where it's just like everybody and then TNA.
No, did you see the SmackDown versus Raw versus NXT Survivor Series? But just instead of, we'll figure it out. Never mind.
I say run that. Personally, I've been seeing a lot of like rookies and vets in NXT. Marcus of Four Sides pointed it out to me. They've been kind of having some beef going back and forth. And now if you throw in the TNA invasion, discussion, you could really have yourselves a very interesting head to head. I know we did a War Games NXT 2.0, the old guard versus the new guard, the colorful, versus the black and gold NXT guys. So maybe we do TNA versus NXT or the NXT pros and the rookies.
NXT pros
and Four Sides.
Pros and rookies? You said pros and rookies?
I feel like
pros and rookies
because they're playing up this pros and rookies divide on NXT right now between the women, like Carmen, Soul, Lola versus JC and Fallon, and for some reason Jasmine Nix is in there. I don't know why, but they're already playing it up. So again, if y'all like this idea, creative,
you know where to find her.
You know where to
Spotify,
find
Apple, Black Masses Constellations.
Yep.
Instagram,
Twitter. Coming up on the bottom of your screens. Make sure you follow.
Listen, that's my agenda. War Games.
War Games.
Also,
that was fire. That was good.
That was good. Was that off the dome?
Thank you. It was.
Did we mention, we might have skipped over it, did we mention that it was made official that Lash and Jakar are going to go on to face Unholy Union, or has that not been solidified yet?
Oh no, it's solidified. It's solidified. It is official next week, night 1 of the Great American Bash. And if you're still watching here, the Nightcap, as we wind down into the late evening, it's on Sci-Fi, Raw, and NXT the next 2 weeks because of the Olympics in Paris. So don't forget Sci-Fi.
Don't forget, because
here's your reminder
right
now. If y'all don't know lore, back in the day, the Fed was over on Sci-Fi. We got a lot of shit over on Sci-Fi that we can't do on this here programming on USA. And
I'm not gonna say ECW was perfect, but we had a little more wiggle room, guys.
We had a little more wiggle room for some color, for some stabbing, if you will.
For some stabbing,
on the way, guys.
Some strip poker. a core memory of mouthing off with Mike's youth. Extreme expose. We're not going to talk about it. Brandy Savage, what's going on, guys? Hey, Brandy, welcome to the show here. We love Brandy Savage, Four Sides of the Ring. He doesn't make me make my opinion seem dumb like Nitran does. War Games. William Regal. Shout out to ZWC for hanging out with us here tonight. Tortellini, Taurean, we are at the end of the nightcap. So the nightcap has been
Capped.
Capped. I like it. Any last thoughts, words? Tell the people where they can find you, where to buy WWE shop links, anything crazy you want to tell them. Here is your time.
What's funny is I had a whole list of things, but I lost it. Just so the people know, we are a Zelina Vega positivity account, House of Black Stan account, Rhea Ripley enthusiasts. We like the graps. We like promos. We pay too much attention to obscure things. So tighten up. My name is Taurean LP. LP stands for La Pachamama. I'm a Taurus. You'll figure it out. I talk about astrology, pro wrestling. I used to live tweet SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. I don't do that anymore. Me and my co-host talk about the good things on the podcast. So you should watch the podcast. You should follow us on Spotify. You should check me out on Instagram. It is Talk Taurean, the number 2, me. You can follow my astrology page, Straight Up Astrology, on IG as well as X. And you can follow me on X, Taylor's Karma with 2 A's. And I am not a part of the Wyatt 6.
Damn, I wish you would have said you are a part of the Wyatt 6.
Is there something I need to know?
Our very first episode, we said Chad Gable is not going to get away with talking to Maxine like this.
I did say it.
Multiple times, and look what the fuck happened.
Look what happened. He got Sister Abigail. I may tell you a little joke you joke, but I would never tell you a lie. TaylorSkarmAA.
Guys, this has been one of the more fun episodes I've had of the Nightcap. So I want to thank you both for coming on, allowing me and the people to hear your agendas, to hear your thoughts, to hear your analysis. Because to be honest, there's been a lot of male viewpoints, and it's time for the females in wrestling space to get their time in the spotlight on the Nightcap. So I hope you guys come on back through the Mouthing Off with Mike door in the near future. Come on MLWM. Come on the Nightcap. Whatever you guys would like to do, you have an open invite, an open door. I appreciate you guys.
May I invite my tag team partner to plug their things as well?
Oh, please. Yes, we're getting there. Absolutely.
Oh, God, I don't really have many things to plug, but feel free to follow me on that Bird app at 2_ Tortellini, just like the pasta. I do talk a lot of shit about professional wrestling and also a little sprinkle of hockey. So, if that's
we're a little sporadic about what we talk about when we put the episodes out, but that includes AEW. We did watch Slammiversary a little bit. We're getting out there, you guys, but also... Did you have a shirt that you bought from a certain IWC member?
Oh, I'm not wearing it, but yes, please. I do have a couple of shirts from Wrestling Wind Down, a couple of custom shirts. I have a Bad Bitches for Osprey, obviously, because we love our Billy Goat, and Bad Bitches for Aleister Black, because I'm still convinced. That is why this podcast is called Black Masses and Constellations, all right? Malachi Black has a special place in my heart. However... I am delusional, and I'm just waiting for him to come home to the family. So that's why I put Aleister Black on the shirt.
Shout out Four Sides of the Ring. Shout out For You're Aware. Both of them have been awesome as far as giveaways and merch. So shout out those.
Shout out to y'all.
So I'm gonna have to tell you my Aleister Black, Malachi Black story here off the air, because we're out of time here. The Prez is in my ear. He's telling me wrap it up, and the Prez, don't worry about what's happening here on the Nightcap. You already made me read the warning in the beginning. Black Masses and Constellations, Tortellini, always a pleasure. Thank you guys for doing this tonight once again. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Nightcap. That's Tortellini. That's Taurean. I'm mouthing off with Mike. That's all, folks. We're out of here.